Namaste, मेरा नाम Chris. Pile Castosa. Tixa, Tixa. Hey, everybody, new name here, playing my favorite game, Watcher of Realms, Momo Mitosa. Just greeting any Nepali-speaking people on the channel today. And Momo is kind of like I don't know how you say it, but like a chicken Momo is a very nice food. If you ever have an opportunity to have momos, highly suggested. Handmade, fresh momos, awesome food. And so are the Nepali people and their culture. However, in the country of Watcher of Realms today, I think it's day 23 on the login. Yes. So the free to play series is essentially entirely out of resource. Okay. So I'm going to do a entire process of a gear swap to try to accomplish 3 stages in a row here on my Watchers faction trial with you. What I am going to do though is explain that instead of putting the 6-star promotion on Razak, I've decided that it's time to 6-star DJ Dolores because she's not bringing enough base just yet for me, okay? Her attack's a little bit low, and if I want to beat gear raid 19s, any of them, my Dolores is going to be much more effective, especially in Guild Boss as well, as a 6-star hero. So I'm going to set up for my watchers, but I want to show you something that just dropped most recently. And I don't have any gold. I tried to roll it to 16, but I got my third ancient mythic or second, I can't remember. But anyways, these stats in the order they're in, this is huge, okay? It didn't roll absolutely amazing, but that's a big chunk of crit damage, okay? And anything above the 15 to 16 on crit rate, you're okay. So anyways, it's time to do the Watchers faction trial. So once I go properly into what I'm trying to do here, there we go, got to back out. Sometimes I get confused. So again, I hit my rarity if you don't know this game, and then at the rarities at the bottom to bring up this menu, and I'm hitting the faction Watchers, okay? So I know my Constance, she never swaps gear. She's always good to go, all right? My Idril, single target stuff. Again, this is the only item you don't get from the storyline because she's wearing complete storyline gear still to this day. I just rolled this up because of this large roll on the flat attack. It's got my Idril bumped. What is it there? Almost 12.5K. Almost. Okay. So when I look at my Allura, she's naked. Even if she's invisible, okay, the king still needs clothes. So my Allura is going to be a large proportion of the damage in this. So I'm going to give her almost 100% crit. She needs 100% crit, and her splash damage from her ultimate will be overly consistent. Okay. So she's at 12,500 attack. That's pretty a lot. All right. So my Lightlock is my really only healer besides Vortex. So his gear, he's always good to go. All right. And it's not because I want AoE healing effect because he doesn't do it. I just want that big base stat boost of a legendary item. It helps him. Okay. So Cyrene, if you don't know, is a wonderful tanking hero. She can tank for you and she generates cost. All right. But she's not going to be my tank per se in this because I've fused Olivian. Okay. So I 5-starred him a while ago. He's not necessary to 5-star. Okay. But if you do that, then your Ein, let's just see if I can get more. I can get a lot more. So see this crit damage goes up by, 30% more, and his attack goes up by a large chunk, okay? So I'm going to just put on the gear that Comet had. So again, I'm looking for 10 heroes if I have to, which I obviously have here, but I've been fortunate, okay? Like this Aveline, she's a good tank. I don't need her for where we're going currently to my knowledge. So I just got to find a single piece as you see here for my Livian, all right? And you'll notice now, like, I don't have any spare anythings, right? What I can do is be like, well, I'll put this single piece on from Baron. However, I'm looking down here at the set bonus of 25 HP. And you're looking like this chest she has on, this is a damage dealer's chest, okay? Obviously, but it can work for you. So where I'm going here, I believe, on the weapon, I apologize. I'm going to steal the weapon from Oleg and watch this over here from 14K goes at the big bump it's about to get. Okay. So it picked up like 30% HP. So my Livian's good to go. So now I know I have at least 7 viable heroes that can do what I need them to do here. All right. So Solil, so I don't know how you say that. If it's Solel. I don't know. She's wonderful looking, and we're about to see how decent she can be in the early stages for you. Okay. She's not going to get much benefit from any of these gear stats being a 4-star only, and she's not very strong to begin with as an epic mage for attack. Okay. And I think I can get away with, if I need to bring another healer, I'll just use Camille, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the gears that are on this Camille right now. Then obviously you don't want crit stuff on Camille. She doesn't benefit at all from crit. Crit damage, crit rate means nothing to her, okay? So as you go through your sets here, you're looking now, it's like, okay, I have not too good of stuff to pick from along the way. But now all of a sudden it's like, oh, I never used Wrath for anything yet. So I'm going to give her Wrath set. Okay, it's got 100% crit rate. I don't care, but that attack speed at 250, that's a bit of a bonus, okay? And that should help her. She's not strong to begin with, okay? No matter what I do right now, she's not going to be able to save the day. So we're going to the faction trials. The other reason I want to do this is I'm out of gold, right? I need some stamina so I can farm some more gear rate 3. I'm 2 5-star chickens away from making a 6-star Dolores. And the reason I decided also is because there's an Oracle on. And I'm going to attempt to actually win the Oracle, not just compete. I'm going to push hard to win. So you'll see here the last time I went through Watchers, I had a pretty solid lineup anyways, okay? Now it's even better. So if you don't know, the Lord bonus affects both teams in your faction trial. It makes sense that it does. Okay, so it doesn't matter where you put your heroes on that list in what order, they're always going to get the Lord bonus. So I really don't know which way the enemies are coming or whatever. And if you take a quick look at the stage, you're like, well, should I use this direction, this direction? I don't know, right? So for me, my Idril can always attack everywhere on the map when her ultimate comes up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that my strongest damage dealer is already attacking the mobs as soon as they come in saying, yay, we're here to fight. It's like, yeah, we don't really care. You're here to die. So I want to make sure that my Alaura can actually get the mobs that are at the top here coming out. And I want any mobs that walk through to be able to be hit as much as possible by her. As you see this backwards, like a 7 here, it's going to get as much benefit as possible. All right. So now you're like, well, who should I place? Right? I really don't know how strong my Cyrene is, and I want to get some cost generated. So let's see here. Yeah, she's going to be able to take care of these little scorpions, no problem. So once her ultimate fills, I think I get 12 cost. All right. And you'll notice here with Idril, like I haven't used her ultimate yet. That stationary mob up there is really not necessary currently. Okay. So with Ein, what I can do is I can place him a little further back because he, as you see, is able to extend a couple tiles. All right. So you'll see the benefit of that shortly. So this stage obviously is not a real big deal, but it's going to ramp up real quick in the required battle power, which kind of makes a difference in these stages, saying you need a couple 6-stars. You need some kind of gear, okay? So you'll notice I haven't placed a healer yet because my Constance, I've been fortunate enough to have her. She's going to heal everybody that's in her general area, all right? So I'm going to keep my Cyrene there, but I'm going to put Livian in after. Okay, once I get a couple more heroes down, that's the idea. So this stage is really simple. I'm going to put it on ×2 now. I didn't think it would be this simple, but I mean I've got some strong 6-star heroes. All right, so let's put Solil down for the fun of it and see what she can do over here. If she's doing any damage at all. Yeah, not really, right? She's hitting for 360 on those probably magic resistant mobs. It's not going to help too much. All right. So down here now, I'm going to give Cyrene extra attack. See how she's hitting for 12k? That's because of the inspiration coming out of, what's her name here? Constance with her Statue of Liberty disco ball stance there, okay? And it's not saying I'm not trying to say that it's that easy to do all faction trials because obviously it isn't, all right? But if you have a legitimate roster for the one that you're attempting, do a gear swap. As you saw, I put like one extra piece on Livian, and it can really be that easy. So we're going to do the next two together, but I'm going to try to keep them on ×2, just to show you how comfortable you can be in the knowledge of your team's ability to achieve success when you set it up correctly. I've trained these heroes, the ones that I need to do the most damage, have that ability because they're max skilled for Idril. She's placed in a very good spot so that she's immediately fighting. As soon as a fight is available, she's already there saying, let's do this, okay? So now I don't know if Cyrene can survive these scorpions. We're going to find out together. If she can't, I can save her quickly here by placing down a Constance, okay? Who can go right here. So yes, Cyrene, she's able to deal with that. So I'm going to use Idril's ultimate. And if you're wondering what this icon is above that hero, if you really don't know, you're that new, that's called the Spirit Siphon. And it's a mythic artifact. And I was very fortunate to have been able to build it early. Okay. And what it does is the more she hits the same target, her damage ramps up on that target. Okay. She hits the same thing 3 times. She's going to do like an extra, I forget, 10% damage or something the first time, and then it goes up. So it's usually the best in slot artifact for marksman. So another thing you can do if you really want, you can cheat. I call it if you really want. You can stick a tank here to block the lane so that if Idril I don't want to use her ultimate, this tank is going to stop them within her range, okay? But I'll show you something here with Idril. This is how powerful this hero is, okay? Especially when you've got her decently built. My Idril is going to wipe everything off the map, okay? She's only awakened 3. If this hero was awakened 5, she would gain she gains 3 seconds duration to her ultimate for every enemy she kills during that ultimate. So if you have her with a really, really strong build, which it's not too hard to do, she's going to be able to last almost forever, especially in like Gear A3. If you give her all these inspirations from like Dolores and Constance, she'll be able to keep her ultimate up almost full time. And I won't get too deep into it. There's a little cycling you can do with a hero called Laurel. And Idril basically only ever has her ultimate up. So this is where it should be getting tricky. As you saw there, that last mob that was flying, I don't have any people that were at the core guarding because Cyrene's not going to be able to hit air. So that's why I had to drop Solio there. So you're looking, I'm still well above the suggested battle power. This is still, it might be a loss here. And I'm not going to edit it out of this video if it is a loss. I want you to see the exact process, okay? So instead of putting Idril on that tile there like I showed you previously, I could put her down here a little bit, but she's still not going to be able to get that bottom lane. That's the thinking, right? However, I believe this is the best placement for her, is either here or I can stick her down here so that she'll be able to hit whatever comes out of both these portals, all right? So you'll watch now. I don't even have to place anything down here. I'm just going to put Cyrene anyways because cost generation, huge in this game. It's one of the most impactful things you can have. So I don't want to mess around. I don't want to die. I don't want any of my heroes to die, obviously, okay? So I'm going to just make sure every time I can use my Idril ultimate, I'll use it. But with this placement here, sorry, obviously during her ultimate, she can reach everywhere. But you'll see with this placement here, she's able to reach both those bottom lanes, whatever's coming down there, okay? So now I'm going to put my Constance in, and I could actually stick my Constance right here, okay? And she'll heal anybody in these blue tiles as long as she's not attacking a mob. But I mean, you're taking a look, my Constance is schwacking those fools for, 10K, while Allura's hitting them for like 20K. So there's really no worries, all right? And if you do have any kind of worries, anywhere, anytime in this game, you just restart. That's what I love about this game. It doesn't cost you resource for a failed attempt like other games. That's pay to win to me, is that it charges you to move your gear around like you saw me do before I came here. And then it charges you stamina or whatever the energy it is for you to do something when you don't do it. That's just evil, man. I don't agree with that whatsoever. Should never charge people for failed attempts in a video game. I mean, I used to pay quarters in an arcade. You had three balls in pinball, or you played like Mortal Kombat, and if you died, you had to put another quarter in. I get that. But in a game like this that runs off of like a time gating stamina currency to play it, never charge people. So as you saw there, no problem. Stage 9, I don't know about stage 10. It's a different setup, man. There's a lot of tricky stuff on the stage 10, 11, and 12. But now I'm starting to have the epic insignias, okay? So you'll see I'll use my rare ones. I've broke them. Now I can break down the epic ones, I believe, here, okay? See how I have 6 of these? They'll break down into 12 of the rare ones for the dismantle. But I don't have the gold to do it. If I had the gold, I'd break that down and you would see one more level going up, okay? So the Hyperion level is 103. But what I'm very happy about, when you say that you need to get some kind of gold, I'm picked up 9 more stars down here. Okay, so 173 faction trial stars on day 23, free to play. And tomorrow's nightmare, I'm fairly certain I'm picking up another 9 stars there. I'm fairly certain. Infernal, I don't know. I don't really have heroes. And cultists, like I don't have heroes, so I'm kind of gated there. But I'm getting close. My goal was to pick up this 4-star psychic power by the end of Sunday. That's my hope, and I think I can achieve that. So I hope you're enjoying watching the series, growing with the series, growing with the content. I'm experimenting as well with heroes like I've never had Constance, so I'm starting to see the benefit of a ground tile healer who has inspiration. Constance is a massive help to this account. And the invisibility of Alaura. I will show you something here with the friend assist feature, okay? So in my friend assist, I have Constance, Dolores, and Alaura. Dolores really isn't the best per se, but some people, they've used her, okay? But if you look into this person here, right, they're using Allure because Allure doesn't die in the guild boss if your team can't break a shield because of her invisibility. She's not going to die when that boss does that big wipe mechanic, okay? And you'll see down here they've used Constance to clear, okay? And the same person is using the same hero. So I thought, well, I'll keep them in there or whatever, okay? But there's all kinds of benefit for you as a human being to share with other players in the game, and they'll share with you, and we help each other for free. And that's special to me. Take care, everybody.